So today I've got Janine joining me for a Mind Matters episode. How are you feeling today?
I'm okay, I'm good.
Good spirits when you woke up this morning? Were you feeling like raring to go?
It was a really early start. I had to come down from Scotland. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, yeah, it's great. And then maybe a couple hours later, I was like, this is shit. Like, so tired. But
right before you step on stage, what are your feelings generally?
well, there was some technical difficulties.
Of course there was.
Yeah, it always is. And I didn't know who was in. I didn't know how many folk were in the tent. I didn't know how big the tent was. I don't like to know. So I stood kind of side of stage, hidden. But that's the time when I'm most nervous, is the waiting bit. So I was thinking, I just sunk hundreds of beers. So then I'm like 3 beers down, and I was like, shit, I've no beers left. Then our tech was like, I'll get more beer, and I'm like, oh my god. And the next thing I'm shaking, I didn't get eaten. But yeah, it was when we got on stage, like, it was just overwhelming, like, because our tech was standing, he was going on stage and like signaling to me like 100 people, and then he would go back on, he'd be like 200 people, and then it'd be like 400 people, and then it was like full tent. I'm like, oh my god. But
that actually a bit like, oh god, I don't want a full tent.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want 5 people there, which would be horrible, which we've done before. But it's like when you think it's full tent, I'm like, oh my god, like, oh no. I didn't realise how big the tent was either. I thought it was like a small tent we were playing. Honestly, and then the more beers, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to be drunk, and I'm just, oh. But once you get on, you just sort of relax. Funny.
Do you have thoughts in your head like, oh, I wonder if someone from Rock Sound or Kerrang are here and they're going to be reviewing it, or does that not even enter?
Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about that shit. Like, I just want the people that have paid money to come to this festival, paid money to wear our t-shirts, which was a lot of people in the crowd. But do you know what I loved? It was like a whole like shop of our old, like there was old t-shirts as well that we'd, because we always did like a small run of stuff and then never do it again. So seeing like all the different sort of types of our t-shirts was just amazing as well.
Hardcore fans.
Oh, honestly, it was amazing. And then you've got the glitter people, like they'll tweet you and be like, we've got all their glitter on. I know everyone wears glitter anyway, but it's like the blue glitter under the eyes.
It's probably catching on, that, isn't it? It's like everywhere.
So yeah, that just things like that, it's nice. Like, you don't feel as like scared, because these people are supporting you. They're there to like make you feel better.
See, I watched a few interviews with you, and I had this image of you being super confident. But when we were speaking just now, you were worried people wouldn't come and things like that.
Honestly,
you haven't worries like everyone has worries.
I'm the most like worry about everything. Like, I get so scared like before set, because I just fear that no one's going to be there, no one's going to enjoy it. Like, I have this horrible anxiety, like everybody, but it's all a front, isn't it?
Yeah, we've all
it's
got a
like,
front,
you go on stage and you're like, yeah, fuck you, and then inside I'm like, ah! So it's cool.
Do you think the beer is your like almost coping mechanism, just to relax yourself a bit?
Like, honestly, and it's bad. It's probably a really bad like habit to get into.
There are worse habits.
Well, I do heroin after the show. Like, I don't do heroin. No, it's like it just relaxes me. Honestly, like I don't feel confident enough to just kind of walk on stage sober. But it's all in my head. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I feel better after a couple of like beers or whatever.
Now, after a gig, do you tend to play everything over in your head? You'll be like, why did I say that thing to the crowd? Or like, when I did that little dance, that was cringe. Or do you just let it go? Do you just move on?
No, I don't care. Like, honestly, like, unless, like, to be fair, like, I dread the photos, like, afterwards, kind of. Like, if it's folk that I don't know, there's a lot of photographers there today. I'm like, oh my god. Because a few times, like, our photographers have, like, posted photos of, like, my skirt blowing up and my arse. That's totally out of order. So that really pissed me off. That the guy, like, I obviously made that clear. I was like, get that down. I was like, if you want to take yourself seriously, don't post shit like that. Like, no one will take you seriously. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. I'm like, I know what you're doing. So that shit, I kind of like, I don't like. Everyone has a bad angle. I've got quite a lot of bad angles. So that's a wee bit. But see, now I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm not. And the thing is, like, I want to try and promote, like, I'm a human being. I don't look amazing. and I don't look like this all the time, like, and everyone has bad angles, so deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
Good attitude. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I won't like look at the photo and be like over and over again. I'll be like, oh no, it's so bad, and I'll just be like, chuck it, burn it.
It's like when we get tagged on Facebook on like a drunk night out, and you're like, can you please untag me immediately?
What part of that photo looks good? You look good, but I look like shit. It's like one with the mate just looks like, and then you're just like, oh yeah.
All got those friends, haven't we?
I'm like, fuck off.
I was also reading a lot of interviews lately with female front people, and they always want to try and get a soundbite out of you that's like this feminist statement. Do you feel like a pressure to be this feminist icon rather than just be you?
I got asked to do like I got asked to do an interview for this really quite a big feminist website, magazine, or whatever. Then I'm not to say who it was, and I wrote back, like I said to our press guys division, I don't even know the guys.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I can either answer this honestly or not answer it at all. I was like, if I answer it honestly, they'll probably not like me and then slate me, or I was like, I'm not gonna lie. So he was like, just don't do it. I'm not a feminist, I'm not like a pure pro-feminist, but I'm all one for trying, like, bringing confidence into other girls to be like, oh, she's a girl, she's doing it, alright.
Yeah.
I'll do it, but I'm not like, yeah, girls, like, get a foot up. Like, I would see if I knew that we got booked for this festival because I was a girl, I would not do it. Like, honestly, I'd be like, fuck your chance. Like, I don't want any like
special favours.
No, like I want to be where I am with merit. It doesn't matter if I'm a girl or not. But that's not to say that I'm not like, if there's a girl that if I'm injecting some sort of confidence into other girls to chase things that they want to do, doesn't need to be music, then that for me is helping other girls. But I'm not going to be like bring a band with a girl in it on tour with me because it's a girl and I think there's a better band that doesn't have girls in it. No, like you're not getting a chance.
Almost anti-feminist.
I've not had chances like that. Yeah. Because I don't want chances like that. So why would I give anyone else?
I agree.
Talk about it all day. Like you've got Justine yourself. Like you're here. Yeah. Like you're here on merit.
I hope so.
Yeah. So yeah.
Fingers crossed.
It's, I probably so that particular interview, it was kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't like this whole like guys are dicks, girls are amazing. It's like live in the real world.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
My thing is that there's this thing that we should support all girls. And I'm like, we shouldn't necessarily just because they're girls. We should support them because we believe in what they're doing or believe in what they're saying.
That's my point. Yeah. It's like, if there's more guys, if there's more guy-fronted bands in a festival than girls, then maybe it's because it's out of merit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not because they just don't want girls. Like, maybe there's just not as many good bands with girls in it.
People are scared to say that though.
But that's the thing. See, if I say that, they're like, "Oh, you're fucking like." I'm like, "Fuck off!" Like,
we get some YouTube comments on this.
Oh,
for that.
You don't like me? Don't watch the video.
Yeah. They just give me a thumbs down anyway.
Oh, cool. That's alright. Sorry about that. You're my bulletproof vest.
I want to talk about those days where you wake up and you're just like not feeling right. You want to stay under the duvet, like with the curtains drawn, but you've got to come out, talk to people like me, maybe meet your fans. How do you get through that? Do you cancel everything or just suck it up? How do you cope?
I can't cancel it. Like, no. I can't.
You just feel too bad.
There's too many folk to let down now, and I honestly like see that being in a band, it's 90% being out your comfort zone. Like, see if it got to the point where I didn't feel like I was out of my comfort zone, I would be worried. Like, and the thing is that in itself leads to mental health problems because you're just constantly like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I'm so addicted to that way of living. Just be
like the roller coaster.
Oh, honestly, it's so addictive. But also, in times when you feel so low and you feel like that you just want to crawl into a hole, it's like you go like, why the fuck did I do this to myself? Why did I do this? And then when you go on stage and you have a full 10 folk singing back to you, you're like, oh, that's why. Sorry, forgot.
Yeah.
But and everyone has their problems. Like, so I don't like try and like be like, oh, poor me, I've got a lot of shit and I do this and I'll deal with it. I don't go too personal into my mental health, but I just want folk to understand that everyone has their shit going on.
Do you think your bandmates, they know from the way you're just holding yourself and your demeanour when you are having one of those bad days, and do you think they know how to deal with you on those days, or do they just like avoid you?
So obvious when I'm not. Most of the time I am not in a good place, so they just know how to deal with it well. Like they just take a massive step back, and I'll get myself out of it. And it's usually as soon as I step on stage.
Thank God you've got the music, hey?
Oh man, what else would I be doing? I'm not good at anything else.
Some of your songs though, when you're having to perform them and they are intensely personal to you, that sometimes it has the power to make you go back to that dark place.
See, it's weird, like it's the opposite.
Really?
Like I think it's like that whole like a problem shared is a problem, whatever that saying is.
That's what Beach Slang was saying.
Yeah,
you felt like
it is like, I think like I'm putting my shit onto people. Take it and do it. I don't care. Like so I put my shit onto folk, but also people was listening to it and then being like, do you know what, man? Like I thought I was the only person that felt like that. I thought I was the only one that thought like that. And I mean, there's a lot of music that I've like listened to and been like, you don't feel as alone. So for me, I actually think it's like a therapy for me and for them.
Well, it's for everyone.
Yeah. So it's like it's a two-way street. It's not like I'm getting my shit off my chest and then they are taking it, but also like feeling a bit better about it.
But I'm guessing that means you have fans coming to you with like really personal stuff that then you've got to take on yourself. That must be stressful.
I had a girl that contacted me and said that she cut herself and that our music had stopped her from doing that for like 2 weeks or something. So I couldn't not reply to that because I don't like read a lot of messages now because I've learned from my mistakes. But I did reply to it, so I thought I have to do it.
It's hard to strike a balance with social media because you've got to interact, but there's got to be a line.
That's how I'll always interact if it's like a public chat. But anything like private message now, it's all filtered and stuff. So I think it's worse if they think that you've seen it, you've read it. I just don't read it.
Yeah, that's the safest thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think it's not worse if you've maybe sent a message and if you know that they've seen it, and they don't reply.
Yeah, because we know when like you have WhatsApp conversations with someone that you're trying to, get friendly with, and you see the 2 blue ticks, you're like, oh god,
fucking wee dick, man, you get back to me. I'm like,
very much. You captured it. Yeah, that's the mood. Yeah.
Then you start FaceTiming them, turning up at their house. I've not done that before, by the way.
I have. No, I haven't. I do look at it still.
There's Who's that? Who's your mum cooking tonight? What's that? That chili? The thing is though, when you're at school you do get a bit obsessive over people, don't you? And you do things at that, especially at that age, it is because
crush time.
No, totally, like, because you're not really loved and learned and all that bullshit. So
boundaries aren't a thing.
Yeah. It's not until you get the restraining order and you know that to take that step back.
That's the hint, isn't it?
Restraining order, okay, like, I'm maybe a bit too strong there. But no, man, it's all the beauty of growing up.
Yeah. So what would you tell your teenage self, like now, like your younger self, what would you say to them about coping with stress, about coping with, the trials of life?
I think I underestimated myself. I was really, for various reasons and experiences, I was at one point like really, really like unconfident. I just didn't think anything of myself, like, not a lot. And I always remember my mum, obviously it's your mum, you think so biased, but my mum was like, she's always believed that I had something. But you don't listen to anyone that says that, like you're talented and you're a nice person and this or that. I was just like, I thought I was in the gutter, I was a piece of shit. So but the thing that I love, that I can say that I like about me is that I got myself out of that. And when you do, to actually be like, no, fuck this, like I've got a lot to offer. So it's trying to build up that confidence. And now it's like I'm trying to encourage people that age now to be the same and believe in it, because it's hard to get out of that mentality.
Yeah, like even worse now. I think they've got even more pressure.
That's the thing. I was lucky, but now it's 10 times worse.
Yeah. So you're doing a good thing.
That's the thing. If you don't like us, you don't like our music. I don't care. I can like whatever you like. Do you know what I mean? Who you like, we like. But as long as there's some people that find some sort of comfort and confidence, the whole weirdo thing, like, just embrace it. Embrace being different.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be fucking the same? That's boring.
Isn't it?
That's so boring, man. Like, so I just, especially like, I just think folk at that age, they're so impressionable, and it's like, just try and think of the bigger picture.
Yeah. About songwriting, do you find that you find it a lot easier to, come up with songs when you are going through like a tumultuous time, or is it when you're happy and everything's joyful that you're, inspired?
It's just a bit of both. Like, to be honest, I think I just like bank all the shit that happens to me. It's just all in a wee bank, like a wank bank, but not for wanking to. But I honestly, man, I feel like I can just write about my problems all day, every day. But sometimes, like, I write for this film company now as well, just like, anonymously, and all my stuff was like pure deep and dark and really like tragic. And I remember the guy was like, gonna go back to me one day, and he was like, do you think you can write about something uplifting? I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, I don't know. So that was really hard. I felt like that was like, I'm happy, let's go the distance, pure shit. Proper cheese. I'm like, this is pish.
I find, because I prefer music that makes me feel emotional. I like watching sad films. But I don't know if it's bad or not.
It's like a conscious self-harm. You want to feel like really down and depressed.
Wallow in it properly.
It's just. But I just think like dark and sad music, just you feel more human when you listen to that. Like happy music, I think you're sometimes in denial. You're like, everything is great. I love my life. But then like the dark music, it just hits somewhere. You're like, fuck, I feel really alive.
So I don't know whether we're actually doing ourselves a lot of damage by what. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, you're doing all right, aren't you?
Well, I'm still here, so.
But let's think of a positive way to end this Mind Matters,
okay.
Right? Like a positive message to tell the fans.
Okay. Positive message.
Yeah.
Just stay weird.
Should we do something like that?
Stay weird.
Stay weird, guys. Thanks
Stay
for
weird.
watching. I can't pull that off. No, what shall I do?
Oh, see, earlier I was, we were in the van, the splitter van, and like the door was wide open. The door was like fully open, right? And our driver was like, I'm just going to drive into the stage with the door open. Yeah. So we were sitting there, and I was sitting like, obviously the van was moving. So I was like pretending to drive by, as I'm like, and Frank Carter was like there, and I was like, oh no.
How did you take that?
I don't know. I didn't know. Stephen was like, you just shot at Frank Carter? And I'm like, it wasn't real, gun. It wasn't real.
He's a nice guy.
I hope so.
Yeah, he is. Be fine. Sorry, Frank.
Sorry, Frank. I didn't mean it.
No offence.
Doing it to my friends.
Anyway, on that note, go and see Frank as well later.
Hi, that'll be. Again, I'm gutted we're missing him. Like, we had to shoot.
Dude.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to see him live for ages. Like, massive fan.
What's next for you then? Where are you going?
Transmit on Sunday.
Oh yeah, and you're worried no one's going to go to that as well, aren't
Yeah, worried about that. I've got a cash cannon though. Cash gun to make it rain.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. We've got our own Vukovi money.
Where do you get something like that?
I just acquire things like that.
I have a way of making it happen.
I do. I'm like, I want this, and I'm gonna get it. And the boys are like, "They bother, cool." And then I'll be like, "I got it!" So I've got Vukovi money getting printed as we speak.
Oh, that's sick.
I know, man. If you get one, you get 25% off our merch store. It's going to be like the fucking Crystal Maze. Remember that?
It's back, Crystal Maze.
I know. It was my favourite programme.
You need to get on that. They should do like a rock special.
By the way, that would be cool. Like rock bands doing Crystal Maze.
Who can we talk to about this?
Right, I really need to find this out.
Get your manager.
So cool. Yeah. Like a rock band special, like Vukovi against Frank Carter's band.
Yeah. Can I be there and just watch?
You can come on our team if you want.
They won't have me on there.
As long as you're good at problem solving, then. Right, well, you're not coming to the team.
I'll just watch from afar.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll actually go now. Thanks for watching.
Sorry, stay weird. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.